the most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Good evening and welcome back trackside. Once again, race fans here to the Turn 3 Racing Network. Do appreciate each and every one of you joining us here tonight for the WallBanger Racing Truck Series Gunslingers 167 in memory of Kenneth Edwards. Tonight, these drivers racing with some heavy hearts for a fellow driver. Our thoughts and prayers go out to the entire Culver family as dealing with a little bit of a tragedy. And some of these drivers are going to go out there, try to lay down some quick laps here in qualifying as happy hour has already come to a close. So we'll go ahead and head out there trackside with a few of the drivers out there on their qualifying laps. Looks like the 12 of Jerry Hutchinson out there on his up-to-speed lap. So we'll join him as he is down the back stretch on his up-to-speed lap. And we'll roll through a little bit of the information, how the championship points are looking coming into tonight's race number 5 in season in the season for the WallBanger Racing Truck Series. So far, Alexander Encarnacio sitting pretty clinched with in the playoffs. Oh, the 12 Hutchinson having a little bit of a moment, almost into that inside wall. Truck getting pretty loose there. We'll jump now with that 94 of Alexander Encarnacio. 2 race wins on the season, but a little bit behind on the point standings after not such a good finish last week at Martinsville. So Encarnacio looking to try to turn the tables and get back to the winning ways. Goes top of the speed charts that time by. First time on the speed charts for him. Gonna shake out to be 29.07. About a half a second faster than anybody else out there on the track. So heck of a job out there. And there you can see the timing and scoring right there. Stephen Baldwin turning in his timed lap. Bob Williams out there on track now on his up-to-speed lap as well. Second on the speed charts, the 99 of Austin Encarnacio. Jeff Carson going to slot in third. Michael Sheffield sitting fourth fastest on the speed charts. Brandon Regal right there in fifth. Randy Cornwell in sixth. Ryan Ezell slots in his number 5 machine in the 7th spot. Stephen Baldwin, 8th. 9th goes to Zach Sandlin. Jerry Hutchinson in 10th right now in that 12 machine. Bob Williams trying to take this 14 to the front of the field on his first time lap here. Let's see where he shakes out. Where can he cross the line? First time lap for him. The 23 of Chad Bessinger, also Bessinger out there on track as well, just on his up-to-speed laps. Trevor Massetti in the 3 going out there on track to begin his time laps. Trevor, last week's race winner there at Martinsville, and Williams going to go ahead and shut it down. So we'll jump out there, see how last week's race winner fares. There you see live look inside the cockpit with Trevor Massetti. Do appreciate everybody over there at Lucky Dog for letting us put some of these great camera shots out there on that 3 truck. And as Massetti goes around the track, we'll go ahead and scroll through some of your points standings coming into tonight's race. We'll go ahead and follow Massetti as he finishes his time lap here. Where's he going to shake out with this one? We'll have to wait and see where the lap time goes for Massetti. Three gonna cross the stripe all the way to 8th. Not good enough just yet, but that's just the first time lap right there. Still down there way on this new configured apron. Drivers gonna explore that deep arc into the corner, and the truck likes to get a little bit loose. You can see these drivers with a handful getting the job done off of turn 4, back through the tri-oval, crossing the stripe. Massetti gonna take the 3 car all the way to, well, where's he gonna go? Second. Alexander Encarnacio still quick time on the board right now. 29.07 for him. Craig Burns, Chris Claude also on their time lapse, so we'll jump to them in just one brief moment. Going to run through your championship point standings as the drivers enter tonight's race. Race number 5, the Gunslingers 167. In memory of Kenneth Edwards, your championship points look a little something like this heading into tonight's race. There you see it right there. Chad Bessinger actually sitting at the top of the point standings. A few of the drivers behind them in the point standings still actually locked into the championship hunt already. Brian Fine right there in second. Trevor Massetti, last week's race winner, locked in already. Gave it Garrett Davis in fourth. Alexander Encarnacio sitting 5th on the point standings, but already locked in with 2 race wins. Steve Crapell right there in 6th. Craig Burns, Randy Cornwell. Craig also one of those drivers already locked in. And Austin Encarnacio, after a great start to the season, sitting right there in 10th spot with a close points battle with a few drivers just behind him. With a little official business done and out of the way, I tell you what, let's jump back out there trackside. The 7 of Jordan Westfall on his up-to-speed lap. I believe this may be his first time lap actually out here. We'll see if he puts down a time lap as he crosses the line this time by. 94 of Alexander Encarnacio still with the quick time. 29:07 on the speed charts right now from Texas Motor Speedway. And the Gunslingers 167 tonight in the WallBanger Racing's Truck Series. Steve Kerpel in the 18 Toyota Tundra jumping out there on track with just about 6.5 minutes on the board here in qualifying. Just about 2.5 minutes remaining for these drivers to try to put down their time lap. About 18 drivers here at the track tonight, so gonna be some very close racing action here in stage number 1, stage number 2 as well. Both stages increments of 40. So we will see a caution flag fly on lap number 40 and another one with the completion of lap number 80. Here goes Steve Kerpel down into turn number 1 and 2, coming off of 2 back to the back stretch. Got that crispy M&M's Toyota Tundra down, heading into turn number 3. First time lap here for Steve Kerpel. Where's he going to slot in? Nobody able to do anything with Alexander Encarnacio yet. Everybody sitting about, looks about like a 10th and a half off Encarnacio. Steve Kerpel going to go 16th. On the speed charts, Garrett Davis brings his 69 truck out onto the track. He's going to begin his qualifying attempts. Kerpel going to cross the line, go 12th on the speed charts that time by with his time lap. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to pretty much do it for qualifying. So we're going to step away from the track for just a brief moment, head down trackside for your national anthem. Then we will have a brief moment of silence just before we head to the starting grid here tonight. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back.
We see thee rise, the true north, strong and free.
And as the jets fly over, we remember a great veteran of our own from a family member of our own here at WallBanger Racing Truck Series, Jerry Culver. Our heart, thoughts, and prayers are with you and your entire family. Please join me in a moment of silence in remembering Kenneth Edwards. A lot on these drivers' minds, but they begin to roll off. We'll set the grid for tonight's Gunslingers 167, rolling down pit road, being led off by your pole sitter, starting inside row number 1, the 94 of Alexander Encarnacio. Just to his outside, the 3 of Trevor Massetti, last week's race winner. Chad Bessinger gonna line up second car inside row. Just to his outside, the 99 of Austin Encarnacio. Row number 3 here tonight, the 2 of Craig Burns, followed by the 11 of Chris Claude. Row number 4, the 9 of Jeff Carson, and the 1 of Michael Sheffield. Jordan Westfall and Brandon Regal round out your top 10, and in the 6th row, the 22 of Randy Cornwell, and the 18 of Steve Kerpel. Row number 7, the 5 of Ryan Izell, and the 59 of Stephen Baldwin Jr., Zach Sandlin, and the 12 of Jerry Hutchinson round out row number 8, and row number 9. Here tonight, the 69 of Garrett Davis and Bob Williams. There you have it. That's your starting lineup, ladies and gentlemen. We're ready to go green flag racing for the first time here tonight as the Chevy Silverado pace truck ducks off field. Gets ready to fire it off for the first time here tonight. And on the gas we go. Green flag flies for the first time here tonight in the Gunslingers 167 in the WallBanger Racing Truck Series. The Kenneth Edwards Memorial tonight. Special race on tap. A lot of drivers out there racing with some purpose tonight, trying to bring a little bit of comfort to the Culver family. Our thoughts and prayers are with Jerry. If you're out there watching, buddy, anything you need from any one of us, just reach out to us. We're always here for you, especially in a tough time like this. Lap number 1 in the books, and still side-by-side racing at the front. Alexander Encarnacio fighting off Trevor Massetti right now down the back stretch. Massetti losing a little bit of ground. He's going to have to watch out for Alexander's brother, Austin. Austin right there in the 3rd spot. There you see him just inside. He's got the 23 of Bessinger right behind him. Jeff Carson, Craig Burns, Jordan Westfall right there behind them. Just about a half a second back from this 3-truck battle going on now. The drivers starting to get single file through the front of the field. Your top 3 drivers now single file. Well, wrong button there. Sorry, do apologize about that. We'll back it up just a little bit. Let you see a little bit more of the track. Some more of the battles going on. The 23 and the 2 now side by side. Bessinger stuck on that outside lane, and the 7 of Westfall gets up into the outside wall. That's going to lose some ground for him. Cornwell going to go by now. Regal goes by on the inside as well. Capel moving up in that 18 machine, just 1 slot from the start of the race so far here tonight. Cornwell up the most, biggest mover so far, that 22 machine, as he's trying to take away yet another spot. He's right there knocking on the doors. That left rear quarter panel now. Big move looking inside there, trying to find a way by Bessinger is Cornwell, and they both go by Alexander Encarnacio, and now they're making their moves on the 2 of Burns. They're going to go by Burns easily now. Well, Bessinger drops to the bottom, going to go by Burns side by side at the door now. coming off of turn number 4. Nothing really going on at the front of the field. Alexander Encarnacio still in front of Massetti with Carson right behind them. This is the closest battle. 2-3 truck battle going on as the 9 of Carson tries to fend and fight off the fast and hard charging 23 of Biesinger. Biesinger's all over him right now. And then you can see the battle at the front of the field. The gap at the front already beginning to develop. These drivers stepping out to almost a 1 second advantage over the pack. Your top 2 runners, Alexander Encarnacio and Trevor Massetti, setting a very fast pace. Those top 2, they're still nose to tail, still fighting for the spot, but they are stepping away from Carson, Biesinger, and Burns as they continue this battle. And a little bit further through the field, Steve Crapell, there you see him back there trying to make his way by Jordan Westfall. More battles going on. Garrett Davis, Jerry Hutchinson right there. That's 13th and 14th. And Austin Encarnacio, what has happened to him? He has fell way off the pace, down 11 spots from where he started tonight. Remember, he started in the 4th position, and there you see him coming through turn 2, just way up the track. I wonder if that car has been into the outside wall at some point in time, because it is way off the pace, about 10 miles an hour it looked like going into turn 3 that time by. And yes, the 99 going to go ahead and bring it down to pit road. He's going to have to try to fix that machine up if he's going to want any chance at doing anything for the rest of tonight's race. The 23 of Chad Biesinger still trying to make his way by Jeff Carson, not able to do so just yet, but still packed up. Double file for the 3rd spot. Carson has it. Cornwell, Biesinger, and Burns, they all want to take it away. There you see the tight battle still raging on for the 2nd spot. Pushing, drafting, going on down the backstretch. Drivers getting all sorts out of shape heading into turn number 3. Carson still has the advantage. Cornwell looking to the outside now. Here comes Biesinger with a run right to the bumper. Almost contact right there through the tri-oval. That could have been very dangerous for both of these drivers. Oh my goodness, look how loose Carson got right there, coming off of the exit of 2 down low right there, putting a lot of ask on those tires, keeping it cut that close, and looks like he's out of shape once again. The tail end beginning to move around on him just a little bit. That's going to give the advantage in the run to the outside. Put Cornwell now up into 3rd, up 8 spots from where he started tonight's race, and Burns looks to take the spot away as well. Now moving to the outside, he's clear. Up into the outside wall. Here comes Cornwell to block that run by Burns. Burns going to slot into the 4th position. Carson still struggling down there on the bottom lane in that 9 machine. Michael Sheffield joining the party. Brandon Regal right there. Steve Crapell now breaking inside the top 10 in the 9th position. Finally able to make his way by Jordan Westfall. And as we focus on this battle from 3rd on back, I want to keep in mind this battle going on for the race lead. Trevor Massetti has been right here heating up that rear bumper of Encarnacio since lap 1. He has been all over him, not letting him breathe. And if there is any type of a mistake, Massetti is going to be right there to capitalize. And keep in mind, I mean, Massetti could possibly go back-to-back here tonight. Last week's race winner at Martinsville. So Massetti has an opportunity to do what the only other driver in the field that has done it is Alexander, the man just in front of him. Encarnacio leading off the season with the back-to-back race wins. Unfortunate luck over the past 2 weekends for him. But let's see if Massetti has anything for him here as we're getting close to about halfway in the run for these drivers. I do believe they're going to have to come to pit road before the completion of stage number 1, so look for green flag pit stops to be underway here, I would say, in the next 10 to 10 to 12 laps, I believe we'll see most of these WallBanger Racing Truck Series drivers. Bring it on down to pit road for some fuel and tires. Going to take a look back at this battle that's still going on. Look at this group of trucks all over each other here. Tell you what, let's take a look back now. These drivers continue to just battle it on out from third on back. There you can see Randy Cornwell right there in the third spot. He's got Craig Burns, Jeff Carson, Michael Sheffield, Chad Biesinger, Brandon Regal, Steve Crapell, as well as Ryan Ezell. All of those drivers right there packed up with him, not letting him go anywhere. As we go on board now with Jeff Carson looking back at the driver. Look at the focus going on inside of that number 9 Toyota Tundra. There you see another onboard camera shot, gyro cam here from Texas Motor Speedway, and the Gunslingers 167 on board now with that 9 of Jeff Carson. Big shout out to the 9 and his entire crew letting us put some great camera shots on board that 9 Bud Light Toyota Tundra. Let's see if we can't crack a few of them in victory lane here tonight. And contact, oh no, contact with the one of Sheffield. Oh my goodness, I do not know how they saved it. Oh my God. 2, 3 wide still. Oh my goodness, still a lot of, oh my goodness. Regal all over the place. He takes his machine out and puts it in front of Sheffield and Carson. Those two truck drivers came together just moments ago. That just one lap ago, as a matter of fact, and how the rest of these drivers did not wad it up, I do not know. Somehow, field making their way through that little bit of a mess. And now looking at the front of the field, it looks like Encarnacio has been able to open up a little bit of a gap over Massetti. Now opening up a 0.3 of a second race lead over Massetti. Massetti enjoys about a 4.5 second advantage over Cornwell. That's just how much that battle has slowed these drivers down as Cornwell and Burns begin to break away after that very close call moments ago between Carson and Sheffield. Looks like Carson may be wearing the worst of that little bit of a skirmish as he's fallen back to the 8th position. Sheffield still holding strong in the 6th spot. Looking down and through timing and scoring, biggest mover of the race, man on screen right now, the 22 of Randy Cornwell, up 8 spots from where he started tonight's race. Closest man to him in that category, sitting back in the 10th spot, Garrett Davis in the 69, up 7 spots from where he started tonight's race. And there you see, I mean, they were able to step away a little bit, but Sheffield, they've run these two drivers down. They've run Burns and Cornwell down. Regal, Sheffield, Biesinger, they've all been able to regain the momentum and get back up there and challenge for the spot as these drivers go around the back marker of Austin Encarnacio. That 99 truck, he has had a rough night here already. Scored off of the lead lap, sitting in the 17th spot. We still have everybody out there running on track. All 18 trucks still running under green flag conditions. We've got 16 drivers left on the lead lap. First driver 1 lap down, Austin Encarnacio in that 99, and there you see him struggling as Steve Crapell makes his way by and brings that 9 of Jeff Carson as well. Still battling for that 3rd spot, though. Man, that is the hot place to be. Cornwell still trying to fend off Craig Burns, Brandon Regal, and Michael Sheffield. And as this battle picks up, the battle at the front of the field for the race lead has begun to heat up once again. Trevor Massetti putting that 3 machine all over the rear bumper once again of Alexander Encarnacion. I tell you what, let's go ahead and head down trackside once again with one of our onboard cameras here with the 3 of Massetti. And you know, I said about 10 laps or so ago, we would start to see some of these drivers on the pit road. Are they going to prove me wrong? Not sure. Think they're going to prove me wrong, though, as we go high above the track with one of the drone cams highlighting the race at the front of the field between the 94 of Encarnacion and the 3 of Trevor Massetti. Massetti, last week's race winner, still trying to make his way by, has not been able to pass Encarnacion the entire race. Alexander continuing his dominant ways in the qualifying sessions. That's going to be, I believe, his 4th pole out of 5 races. And oh, caution flag comes out on track. Looks like Zach Sandlin may have been involved, and there you see that 57 machine smoking on the front stretch. We'll take a look back, see what happened here. Oh my, wow. Wow. Bob Williams caught up and involved in this one. There you see him up in the catch fence. We'll take one more look at it here. Oh my goodness. Whew. Oh my. Wow. If that had been about 5 to 10 feet further down the track, the flagman might have been in trouble there. Just saying. We rejoin the fields back live behind the pace truck as Alexander Encarnacion brings the field to a crawl. Massetti right behind him. And this is going to open up an interesting little deal here. Drivers all going to be able to come to pit road if they want to. Looks like a few of them electing to go ahead and stay out on track. So, maybe they can make it the 40 laps on fuel. And Cheryl, just now reading the comment over there on the YouTube side of things, it is absolutely my pleasure. Anything anybody needs over there, just give a shout. Not a problem at all. We do appreciate you tuning in here tonight, and anything we can do to help during the time, just let us know, and we would be absolutely thrilled to do so. Field under caution for the first time here tonight from Texas Motor Speedway. Tonight, these drivers putting on a show in the Gunslingers 167. Tonight, special tribute race to Kenneth Edwards. A big shout out to Jerry Culver and the entire Culver family. As I was just saying a moment ago, through this tough time, thoughts and prayers with each and every one of you, and anything that not just any of these drivers in the field, but anything we can do here at Turn 3 Racing Network, just reach out and we'll get it done. Drivers getting the 2 to go this time by, so we're going to step away for a brief commercial break, pay a few bills. You know how that goes, so don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back with all your green flag action from Texas Motor Speedway, live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network.
North Carolina, where the field is rolling out for the start of today's 400-lap race on this 1.625-mile racetrack. Here's the starting lineup. On the pole from Dawsonville, Georgia, in the number 9 Coors Ford qualifying and Winston Cup race from North Wilkesboro is underway. Everybody nicely through turns number 1 and 2 as Bill Elliott has the lead and Dale Earnhardt has jumped into second position, followed by Benny Parsons and Bobby Allison.
His second win of 1987.
Back trackside as promised in tonight's Gunslingers 167 and the WallBangers Racing Truck Series here from Texas No Limits Speedway. Alexander Encarnacio staying out on track. All the drivers staying out on track. We've got ourselves a short 8-lap shootout to the completion of stage number 1. Who's gonna take it? Green flag in the air as Encarnacio hits the gas and away we go. Massetti all over him, not letting him skate away from the field with a quick jump on the gas. Massetti right there looking to his outside now. Field a little bit further back. Craig Burns takes the third spot away on the inside of the 22 of Randy Cornwell. And here comes Corpel. Corpel up to the 8th spot now. Garrett Davis up to 7th, 10 spots from where he started tonight's race. So biggest mover now going to that 69 of Davis. Encarnacio able to scoot away from Massetti briefly, but here comes that 3 truck all over the rear bumper as they head through the center of 1 and 2. Close, almost side by side at the door, almost down the backstretch. Advantage into 3 goes to that 94, but the 3 of Massetti is not going away. And he better not look in the rear view because here comes the fast, hard-charging Ford of Craig Burns up into the 3rd spot, and he's just half a truck length off of Massetti heading back into 1 and 2. It's going to be a 3-truck race to the end of stage number 1 as we go on board. Once again, taking a look at the focus and drive here with the 3 of Massetti. Your top 5 pretty much nose to tail, all under a half a second of each other. Your top 7 all within 1 second of each other with just 5 laps remaining in stage number 1. Stage number 1 coming to a completion at the end of lap number 40. All over the bumper. Look at him getting them loose right there. Coming off of turn number 4. All over that rear bumper is the 3 of Massetti. Encarnacio has got his hands full, and he has got a bee's nest behind him, because where did that 22 come from? Cornwell shot out of a cannon, and he is all over Massetti now, heading down the backstretch, and here comes Biesinger looking to the inside of Burns as well. Man, this is a high-speed games of Russian roulette almost. I'm telling you, this is going to be dangerous if these drivers continue to keep this up for the next 130 laps or so. I love it, though. I'm sure you love it as the race fans out there. All these truck drivers giving you some great racing action. So if you haven't already, go ahead and throw these drivers a thumbs up. Click subscribe. Smash the bell over there on the right-hand side. Get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Whether it's myself, Darkside Dave in the cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters, we do appreciate you stopping by each and every time. Encarnacio brings the field back around. Lap number 39 underway. Massetti looking for a way around. Just 2 laps left in stage number 1. Who's going to take it? Can Encarnacio keep him behind him? Here comes a hard charge by the 3 on the outside. They're at each other's doors. Gonna be a drag race back across to the stripe. Oh my goodness, close as we cross the line. White flag in the stage for Encarnacio. Can he make his way back around and keep the field behind him? Cornwell now slotting into that second position, side by side with Massetti down the back stretch. Encarnacio likes what he sees, and that side by side trucks behind him. He's going to make his way through 3 and 4, lead the field off of 4. Nobody going to catch him. Encarnacio gonna cross the line first, and caution flag flies. And that's gonna put us at the end of stage number 1. So Encarnacio able to lead the field from flag to flag to flag here so far. Excuse me. Here so far tonight from Texas Motor Speedway in the Gunslingers 167. Whew. Man, I tell you, if we're going to have that much action this early in the race, I can only imagine what it's going to be throughout the rest of this race. Look for all these truck drivers to bring their machines down pit road, get some fuel in tires, take them to the end of stage number 2. Stage number 2 coming to a completion at the end of lap number 80. So drivers going to get a little bit to drink, get a little water, you know what I mean? Get some fresh tires, get some more gas in their trucks, and get set to do it all over again. And as they hit the reset button, we'll hit the reset button. We're going to step away, pay a few more bills out there tonight. You know how that is, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
And as promised, back track side ready for these drivers to get the 2 to go, signal to get double file. And I tell you what, that's going to give us just a brief opportunity to catch in a brief moment, see if we can't get in a brief word with your stage 1 winner as well as your pole sitter here tonight for the Gunslingers 167. Alexander, it's Dave in the booth. You got a copy?
How's it going, Dave?
Pretty good, my man. Not as good as you. Sitting pretty once again at the front of the field. How's the truck and how's the track feel?
The truck's all right. I'm not really a fan of it on the long run, so I just got tires right there. I'm figure try to get as many points as I can after missing last week's race.
Well, knowing that you're locked into the chase, having those 2 race wins, does missing a race, does it hurt you that much, or is it just like a refresher for you? Get to step back, get to breathe for a second.
Yeah, it was a nice break, honestly. I like Martinsville, but it was nice to take a week off. And this week, to be honest, I didn't work on the truck much at all. Like the practice started for this race 2 hours ago, and those were my first laps.
All right, my man. Well, looking pretty right now up at the front of the field. So before you get the 1 to go here, you want to give any shout outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody on the truck?
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to Jerry and his family, who just lost their grandfather, and I want to send my condolences.
All right, my man. Well, good luck and elbows up when we get the 1 to go here.
Thanks, Dave.
All right, there you go. Some words from your pole sitter. Your stage 1 winner, the 94 of Alexander Encarnacio, was not able to beat a few drivers off of pit road. Pit crew a little bit rusty after a 1-week layoff for that 94. Randy Cornwell will lead the field back to green flag race conditions. He'll have the 3 of Trevor Massetti just to his outside. The 94 going to line up second car inside row. He'll have the 2 of Craig Burns just to his outside. Chad Biesinger and Steve Crapell will make up row number 3 here for the restart in stage number 2. Lap 45 out of the 167 in tonight's official race distance. Drivers do have a green-white checkered attempts out there, so we'll have to wait and see how all that shakes out, or if we'll even Needham Field make their way down the backstretch, double file, ready to head back into green flag race conditions, this time by iRacing official pace truck. Gonna duck off, hits that left-hand turn, hits the pit road, waiting for the 22, waiting for it. Green flag flies as he hits the loud pedal, and Cornwell off to a great jump. Massetti caught sleeping that time by Cornwell. Encarnacio almost able to make his way by Massetti right there on the inside. There you see those 2 drivers battling it out for position already, and Encarnacio hunting the front already side by side, looking to take the lead into 3. Already back to the point and back to the front of the field goes the 94 of Encarnacion. He's going to try to lead almost every lap here tonight that he can. Back to the front, back to his leading ways is Encarnacio. He's got Massetti right behind him, and it's like we've hit the replay button, because running right there in third place, driver that brought it home in third to end stage number 1, the 2 of Craig Burns. He's right there all over Massetti, as well as Biesinger, Davis, Cornwell, Crapell, Hutchinson, Sheffield, and Ryan Ezel round out your top 10. Gonna take a look back here. Here's another battle on track. The 12 of Hutchinson trying to keep Sheffield behind him. Very tight battle. Just that last lap looks like the 12 of Hutchinson slowly able to make his way up towards the rear bumper of Crapell. So Crapell gonna have to keep an eye out the windshield and one up in that rear view mirror, because Sheffield and Hutchinson, they are slowly closing the distance back into them. Last time by, Randy Cornwell fastest on the track. I apologize, actually fastest lap that time by goes to the 69 of Garrett Davis. Davis with a 29-27. Absolutely getting it. Your race leader only ran a 29.43, so almost 0.2 faster that time by for Davis. as we see a close battle, and that's where Garrett Davis is, and that 69 machine right here in the mix with your top 5 drivers all right there under a blanket right now, still being led by that 94 of Encarnacio. Burns able to make his way by Massetti and up into that second spot. He's now looking to challenge Encarnacio. Had the nose underneath him. Not willing to put it there just yet as Encarnacio makes his way off of 2. And we'll take a look back here. Look at this, just somewhat of a hornet's nest right behind your race leader. There you see all these trucks lined up single file, making a lot of moves. Big block by Encarnacio on Burns. Blocking the run that time by was Encarnacio. Field making their way back through the tri-oval, now back across the stripe to begin lap number 53 out of the 167 scheduled in tonight's official race distance. We continue green flag racing here in stage number 2. Your top 5 still within 0.8 of a second of each other. Garrett Davis sitting in 6th, just 1 second off of your race leader. He is your biggest mover of the race so far, up 11 positions as we sit. If the race were to end here, that prestigious little title would go to him. So, doing a good job? Yeah. What do you think? Yeah, I think so. There you see that 69 machine right there, heading down the backstretch into turn number 3. He's looking to chase down the 22 of Randy Cornwell. Cornwell had the race lead for a brief moment before Encarnacio took it away, and then now Craig Burns, there you see him rooting that 94 up out of the way and now taking over the top spot. New race leader. We have finally seen somebody pass Encarnacio under green flag conditions. But will Burns be able to keep Massetti and Encarnacio back behind him, or was it just a little brief moment there for Encarnacio, because he is all over that rear decklet of the 3 of Massetti. Now looking to the outside, heading towards turn number 1. Massetti's going to duck. Look to the inside. Ooh, door going to get closed by Burns. Burns slamming the door shut right there in the center of 1 and 2. Now Encarnacio enjoys a run down the backstretch, looking to the inside of the 3 of Massetti. Close side-by-side racing action between your top 3 drivers on track right now. Encarnacio takes that second spot away from Massetti and now sets his sights back on the race lead. Big run down the backstretch. You can watch that 94 close the distance as they make their way into 3, and Burns is in trouble because here comes Encarnacio off of turn number 4. Hot on the trail, crossing the line all over that rear spoiler once again. I should say rear bumper. Ooh, a little bit of contact there through the center of 1 and 2. Encarnacio letting Burns know, I'm here, buddy. Now going down the backstretch, looking to the inside at the rear quarter panel at the door now, side by side through the center of 3 and 4. High side hustling, not gonna work for the 2 of Burns. Encarnacio gonna go back to the front and reassume the race lead once again here from Texas No Limit Speedway in the WallBanger Racing Truck Series. Gunslingers 167. Looking back through timing and scoring, gonna go ahead and throw another battle on screen for you here. This battle on track is for position Brandon Regal in the 36, sitting right there in 9th. Michael Sheffield in the 10th spot, looking to improve an already good top 10 showing here for Sheffield, but he is looking for more. This is one of your closest battles on track besides your top 4 drivers, all in line right now, with Encarnacio still leading Burns, Massetti, and Cornwell. Another pass on track just moments ago. Zach Sandlin making a pass on the 59 of Stephen Baldwin. Those drivers about 6 seconds off of your race leader, so small little battles all over the track. Gonna go back here. There you see the 69 of Garrett Davis. He's been able to gap Hutchinson and also slowly close the distance on this man in front of him, the 23 of Chad Biesinger. And Biesinger maybe slowed up right now because there's just nowhere to go. The top 4 drivers in front of him, Encarnacio, Cornwell, Burns, and Massetti, kind of have the track blocked. A little bit of a moving roadblock, if you will, at this point in time for Burns as well as Biesinger. Ooh, and Burns gets a big run off of the corner. Center off of 2. Big run for that 2 machine. Can Burns do anything with it? It's going to stall through the center of 3 and 4. He's going to fall and lose a little bit of ground now. Going to slot just in behind the 3 of Massetti once again as they cross the line to begin lap 63 out of the 167 laps here tonight. Closing in on the end of stage number 2, coming to an end at the completion of lap number 80. So these drivers under 20 to go here in stage number 2. Encarnacio starting to step away from Massetti. He enjoys a 1 second lead over Massetti, but Massetti having to deal and put up with Burns right now, and Burns slowly stepping away from Biesinger, but Biesinger right there still sniffing on the draft, not going away. Garrett Davis right there in 5th. Just about a half a second back, you'll find the 12 of Jerry Hutchinson. 18 of Steve Crapel right there still running in the 7th spot. Both of those drivers pretty much holding firm from where they started stage number 2 at, right there in those 6th and 7th positions on track. Then a bit of a gap after the 22 of Randy Cornwell. Back to this battle right here between Brandon Regal and Michael Sheffield. That's a battle for 9th and 10th on track. Sheffield looks to the bottom, takes the spot away. Looking for a little bit of a crossover, it looked like there. The 36 not able to pull that off. Looks like he's going to go ahead and concede that position. So Regal going to fall back from 9th into the 10th spot, and they've got about a 1.3 second advantage over the 5 of Ryan Ezell. So Ezell with no real problems to worry about. He's slotting in the 11th spot right now. Just looking to get to the end of stage number 2. Then we'll be able to get a little bit of a reset button. And do want to keep in mind here, race fans, these truck drivers, they're all limited on the tires. 3 extra sets of tires here. So 4 overall sets of tires for these drivers here tonight, the ones they started the race on, and then 3 more sets in the pits. If they get tires at the end of each stage, that's going to give them 1 more set to get through the rest of the race. We already heard Encarnacio, your race leader, say that he came down pit road at the end of the stage and got some tires. So he's already down 1 set of tires. Will he come and get tires at the end of stage number 2? I would put money. I would bet most of these drivers are going to come down to get 4 fresh Goodyears, but you never know how it's going to play out. Back at the front of the field, there you see the battle still raging on between your top 4. Encarnacio still leads the field, has Massetti, Burns, and Biesinger right behind him. And as these drivers continue to battle, Garrett Davis slowly closing the distance, now just 1.2 seconds off of the race lead as the 23 of Biesinger looks to the inside of Craig Burns down into turn number 3. Biesinger right there at the door now, back to the quarter panel. Gonna have a little bit of a run on the inside. Drag race for the spot, back to the line. Biesinger gonna get the advantage now into turn number 1. We'll take a look at this battle as Massetti still trying to close the gap on Encarnacio. And there you see a little bit of a slide job off of turn number 2. For that 23 of Biesinger, he's got the spot now away from Burns, but Davis, he has closed the distance. He is now just 0.6 of a second off of the rear bumper of Craig Burns, so Burns going to have to get his stuff together, and these drivers going to have to scoot away before Davis gets there, and we've now got 9 laps remaining here before the end of stage number 2. Stage number 2 going to come to completion at the end of lap number 80. So these drivers doing a heck of a job out there tonight. Only 2 cautions here tonight so far. 1 for the end of stage number 1. Your stage 1 winner sitting at the top of the speed charts right now. Alexander Encarnacio looking to sweep the pole in both stages. Can he get the job done? Or will last week's race winner somehow come from that second spot and snatch the stage win away from Encarnacio? We'll have to wait and see as it all plays out here live on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Into turn number 3, Burns still trying to chase down that 23 of Chad Biesinger. Randy Cornwell with a pass. Oh, and Hutchinson up into the outside wall. The 12 of Jerry Hutchinson into the outside wall off of turn number 4. That's going to give Cornwell as well as Steve Grappel a shot at taking a spot away here in the closing laps of stage number 2. Grappel right there trying to take advantage of the hard impact into the outside wall that the 12 had 1 lap ago. Hanging strong, hanging tough out there on the outside, but finally conceding the spot. Hutchinson gonna drop back into that 8th position. Front of the field still battling for position. We'll jump back up here as this is a battle for the top spot. Lap 75 now underway out of the 167 laps in tonight's race here for the WallBanger Racing Truck Series. Live from Texas No Limit Speedway, it's the Gunslingers 167. These drivers running in memory of the late Kenneth Edwards. Big shout out, condolences, prayers, thoughts going out to the entire Culver family. Jerry, we wish you the best, and if there's anything you need, we're just a message or a phone call away. We're right there with you through this hard, tough time. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, thoughts and prayers with the entire Culver family. Alexander crosses the line to begin lap 77 out of the 80 scheduled here before the completion of stage number 2. Massetti falling to the wayside just a little bit. And if Encarnacio is not happy with the long run feel in the truck, that is going to spell trouble for the field. It looks like a driver with some trouble. Zach Sandlin with some trouble. Up and into the outside wall. That's going to put Sandlin 1 lap down, I do believe now. Some trouble and into the outside wall right by your race leaders. That could have been bad for a few of the drivers out there on track, but slowly stepping away. Your top 2 have begun to gap the 23 of Biesinger, who still got Burns right behind him. About 1.5 seconds back. You'll find that 69. There you see him right there. Garrett Davis 1.8 seconds back actually of Craig Burns. So your top 5 pretty much strung out now. as the closest battle on track is the battle for the race lead, battle for the stage win. Coming through turn 3 and 4, Encarnacio still keeping Massetti behind him. Big run through 3 and 4. This time for Massetti. Drag race to the line. White flag for stage number 2. Who's going to have the spot when we come around? Massetti takes it into 1. Encarnacio looking to close now through the center off of 2. Looking to the outside. Close. Not able to make his way by now. Looking to the inside. Crossover move down the backstretch. And it was all by Encarnacio. Looked to the outside. Then went to the inside. Back around. Drag race. Back to the point. Back to winning stage number 2 as the caution flag will fly. There it is. Caution flag flies here to end stage number 2. Man, what another crazy finish to a stage here tonight from Texas No Limits in the Gunslingers 167 for WallBangers Racing Truck Series. Man, I tell you what, Alexander Encarnacio is absolutely on fire here tonight so far, sweeping the night with the pole award. Stage number 1 in the bag, stage number 2 in the bag as well as leading the most laps so far here tonight. So, man, I tell you what, if he's not happy with the long run feel of the truck, the field better be careful because it is looking strong and very dangerous out there for that 94 of Encarnacio. So, as the field comes to a crawl back behind the Chevy Silverado pace truck, we'll get set to head off to another short commercial break. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with all your green flag action live here from Texas Motor Speedway.
The field is rolling on the back straightaway.
Get ready. This is going to be tight. Out of turn 4, ladies and gentlemen. The All-American 400 is underway.
Gotta be careful. The bumps here can get you every time. Entering the corner, exiting the corner.
We got big time problems with that motor, buddy. Hey, just between you and me, the idea is to avoid the other cars. Congratulations! You just set the sport back 30 years with that move. That move will put you in the Hall of Shame. You keep doing stuff like that and we're gonna lose our sponsor. Looks like that's it for us today. Now I know why you got canned by your old team. It's over. We can't fix that damage. to tow back to pit lane, press and hold your reset button and we'll come and get you.
As we come back, trackside field gets the 1 to go. This time by, these drivers will get double file, get set to go back. Green flag racing. And tonight's Gunslingers 167 just past the halfway point. Clean racing, clean racing for the most part of tonight's race. Only 3 cautions, 2 of them for stage ends, just one small brief little caution that found the 14 of Bob Williams and a very bad situation up into the catch fence, and his day has been put to an end. The 14 gonna slot home in the 18th spot here tonight. And Austin Encarnacio, his night pretty much done and over with as well. Multiple laps down, sitting in the 17th spot. We've still got 15 drivers left out here running here tonight, and all 15 still left on the lead lap. Trevor Massetti beating Alexander Encarnacio, your stage 2 winner off of pit road. So Massetti will have control over this restart. Will this be the opportunity that he needs to scoot away from the field and keep the fast 94 behind him? Chevy Silverado pace truck ducks off field, hits the gas, and green flag flies once again here from a Texas Motor Speedway. Massetti off to a great start. Field down and away, no problems. All these drivers get through turn 1 without any issues. There you see all single file, actually all the way through the field right now. Garrett Davis stepping out of line for just a brief moment, now looking to the inside of the 23 of Chad Biesinger. Garrett Davis looking to take the 3rd spot away, now drag racing into turn 1. Davis has that inside lane, looking to take the top spot away. Give Davis that 3rd spot as he now sets his sights on the rear of that 94 truck. Close battles going on back through the field. There you can see the 12 of Jerry Hutchinson trying to make his way by Ryan Ezell. Ezell with a little bit of trouble earlier through the race, as well as the 12 of Hutchinson. Hutchinson into the outside wall there in stage number 2. Looks like he's been able to get that 12 Gatorade Chevy Silverado fixed up, and looks pretty sporty here as the 11 of Chris Claude looks to take his Sprite Toyota Tundra and make his way towards a top 10. We'll head back up front with your race leader, Trevor Massetti, still trying to fend off Alexander Encarnacio. Garrett Davis right there running in the 3rd spot. Randy Cornwell and Craig Burns round out your top 5, but Chad Biesinger right there knocking on the door of a top 5 as these drivers make their way towards Zach Sandlin. I believe that is up there running the high lane. Yes, it is. Sandlin going to go down a lap here. He's going to be first car scored off of the lead lap, running in the 16th position. So we've still got 15 drivers on the lead lap. Stephen Baldwin Jr. in the 59 truck, last driver on the lead lap, sitting 6 seconds back from your race leader, about it looks like a few seconds off of the pace. A few miles an hour off of the pace for Baldwin Jr. So 59 truck gonna have to find some speed and try to keep himself on the lead lap. To 69 of Garrett Davis now dealing with the 22 of Cornwell. As Cornwell looks to the bottom, he's gonna take that spot away and bring Biesinger with him as Burns gets stuck behind Davis. Davis gonna shut the door and fill that gap before Singer can get up there, but Singer's still working over the 2 of Burns. Still looking to make a pass to get back to the front of the field is that 94 of Encarnacio, but turning the truck down on the corner exit of 2. Look at Cornwell drive that truck off of 2 and down the backstretch, now making the pass on Encarnacio. So shooting out of a cannon, here comes Cornwell. Encarnacio kind of in no man's land right now, stuck on the outside. Now some help comes from Craig Burns and a few other drivers as they head down the backstretch, but now all alone through the corner on the outside. Contact between him and Singer. Singer and Burns, they make slight contact as well, as now Encarnacio falling through the field back to 4th, now make it 5th. More drivers looking to capitalize on Encarnacio's troubles right now. Not able to do so. Brandon Regal right there was looking to take a spot away from Encarnacio as Randy Cornwell has taken the top spot away. Chad Singer has followed through. Massetti now going to the back of the field. It's almost like watching a driver get out of line at Talladega or Daytona. These drivers get a little bit out of line and just the field goes right around them and they drop like a rock. Massetti goes from leading the race now back to 5th, just behind Alexander Encarnacio. Just behind them, Jeff Carson, Brandon Regal, Michael Sheffield, Garrett Davis, Ryan Azell, Jerry Hutchinson, Steve Crapel, Chris Claude, Jordan Westfall, and Stephen Baldwin Jr. round out your running order. Singer able to make the pass on Cornwell. Now back to the front of the field. It comes Cornwell looking to make his way back by. Battle still going on between Massetti and Encarnacio. Doesn't matter where those 2 trucks are running. It's a tight battle between them all night long so far here tonight. And I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't already, shoot these drivers a thumbs up. Click subscribe, smash the bell over there on the right-hand side, get notified anytime we go live here in the Turn 3 Racing Network, whether it's myself, Darkside Dave in the cave, or anybody else back at the headquarters. We do appreciate each and every one of you, and each and every time you stop by, whether you're the friend, family, or fan. We do appreciate each and every time you stop by. Without you, there'd be no us. And now on screen, battle for that top spot. Singer given the position back to the 22 of Cornwell, and that's opened the door for Craig Burns. Burns trying to take his 2 truck to the front for the first time here tonight, and he has got Encarnacio and Massetti right on his heels. They're making some moves back to the front as well. As we close in on the 100 lap mark here tonight, truck drivers making their way down the backstretch on lap number 99. .68 laps remaining this time by drivers. Slowly got to keep an eye on that fuel cell. Last onto pit road on lap 82, just 28 laps, 28 laps ago. These drivers were on the pit road. We've seen them make 40 lap stints here throughout tonight's race, with the stages coming at the completion of lap number 40 and completion of lap number 80. Driver that won both of those stages, as well as took the pole position here tonight, sitting right now in the 3rd position in that pink truck, the 94 of Alexander Encarnacio, trying to make his way back to the front of the field. Looks to the inside of Burns off of 2 as Burns tries to carry the momentum onto the outside. Not going to get the run. He's going to get stuck behind Cornwell, and Cornwell's got to drop to the bottom to block the run, but here comes the 94 puts his nose in there, and here we go. 3 wide for the race lead for a moment. Through the drivers think better of it. Encarnacio now with the advantage. Takes the top spot back away. New race leader. Familiar face at the front, the 94 of Alexander Encarnacio. And there you see on screen the long train of single file trucks. You'll see a few of them jump out here or there, try to get a run, try to make a one-off pass, try to improve some position when they can, but not a lot of them able to do much of anything at this stage in the race. As we cross the line to begin lap 104 out of the 167 scheduled in tonight's official race distance. Gonna run through the field here tonight, run down your top 10 as they are on track, sitting top of the speed charts in that first position. Driver of that 94, Alexander Encarnacio. Driver just behind him in the 22 machine has enjoyed a few laps led here tonight. Fast all evening long. The 22 of Randy Cornwell. Sitting in third place as they run right now, the 23 of Chad Biesinger has been fast and has been able to keep himself up inside the top 5 for the majority of the night. Just behind him, the 2 of Craig Burns sitting in the 4th spot. Trevor Massetti, driver of the 3 truck, last week's race winner, rounds out your top 5. And just behind Massetti, sitting in the 6th spot, Michael Sheffield has his 1 truck. Looking pretty sporty here tonight. 7th place, Brandon Regal in that 36 Lost Speedways Chevy Silverado. Trying to see if he can't go up there and kick his way inside of the top 5. Driver of the 9, Jeff Carson, fast through the first part of tonight's race, but has since lost a little bit of ground in some momentum, running in the 8th and close to 9th spot with Jerry Hutchinson in the 12 machine, looking to make the pass on the outside. And then just behind them, rounding out your top 10, the 69 of Garrett Davis. Honorable mention goes to that 18 of Steve Capel, sitting right there in the 11th spot. The crispy M&M's Toyota Tundra truck has found his way inside the top 10, knocked on the door of the top 5 at one point in time here tonight. Finds himself a little bit back behind the field as we make our way around the track to begin lap 108 out of the 167 scheduled in the official race distance. And the battle at the front is not going away at all. Alexander Encarnacio trying to take the 2nd spot back away from Biesinger. They're going to make, hard contact with the outside wall. Biesinger with hard contact with the outside wall. Drivers scatter and scurry to make their way by. Cornwell, Encarnacio, Burns, Sheffield make their way by, and that is going to hurt Biesinger. Looks like Biesinger already losing some ground, already losing some time through the field. Sitting in the 5th position now, losing that spot to Trevor Massetti as Massetti makes his way back inside the top 5. Biesinger almost in survival mode before he can get back to pit road, slowly closing in on the 3/4 mark in tonight's Gunslinger 167. These WallBanger Racing Truck Series drivers have been putting on an action-packed show all race long, whether it's been right here at the front of the field or right back here, 10th, 11th, 12th. They're still battling for spots. Carson in the 8th position, just in front of Hutchinson. Garrett Davis right there in the 69 truck, running in the 10th spot. Here comes Steve Crapel. Crapel looking to take a top 10 away from one of these drivers, looking to the inside. Looks like he's going to be able to drag race with the 69 of Davis. Gonna come across the line first that time by, so put Crapel up back inside that top 10. Side-by-side brief battle between Biesinger and Carson just in front of Crapel. Biesinger able to slot away and scoot away from Carson. Now work his way to the back of Brandon Regal. That's going to be a battle for the 6th and 7th position. Keeping our eye on all the small battles going on track right here. You can see Brandon Regal trying to keep his 36 Law Speedways Chevy Silverado up in front of the 23 Toyota Tundra being driven by Chad Biesinger. Biesinger all over the rear deck lid, and Biesinger was up at the front, had some contact with the outside wall, and has fallen back here. Back into the clutches of a few of these drivers. Regal now sitting in that 6th spot, back at the front. Battle once again for the top spot. Alexander Encarnacio has regained the race lead, and here comes Sheffield to the 2nd spot. Massetti looking to follow through to take the 3rd spot on the inside lane. Craig Burns out there on the outside trying to hold pace, but Cornwell falling from 1st. All the way back to 5th, now back around Burns for 4th. And again, race fans, I said it once already here tonight after we spoke to your race leader after he won stage number 1, and you heard him say that he didn't really like the way the truck felt on the long run, but that is when we have seen his 94 machine be the most capable of dominating, as you see him scoot away just a little bit from Sheffield and Massetti that time by down the backstretch. Encarnacio's truck looks very comfortable, looks very drivable in the later stages of the race. Now cutting through the grass a little bit there goes Sheffield. He's looking for a way around Encarnacio. Your top 3 drivers all within 0.2 of a second of each other. Encarnacio, Sheffield, and Massetti all right there pretty much nose to tail, as caution flag has flown here on lap number 118, and it looks like Steve Crapel may have been involved in this one. We'll take a look back, see what happened here. Oh, the 9 and the 12 get into it, and that collects Crapel. Oh my goodness. There you see the contact between the 9 and the 12, and then Crapel gets caught up. Biesinger also gets caught up with contact from the 9. We'll take one more look at this again. There you see the contact. The 9 goes around down into the 18, and Biesinger comes around, hits the rear of that 9. That looked pretty bad for a few of the drivers. We'll take one more look at it here. There you see him getting squirrely off of 2, trying to save it. Contact, more contact. And even more contact. That is going to put a few of these drivers out of the race, if not, multiple laps down, if not out of the race is how it should have been worded. But looks like most of the field coming down pit road to get some fresh tires, I would assume, with just a little bit over 40 laps remaining in tonight's Gunslingers 167. We're going to take this opportunity to pay a few bills, step away from the track. So don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back. back trackside as the field has the one to go halfway down the backstretch. Alexander Encarnacio beat the field off of pit road. He'll have the 3 of Trevor Massetti just to his outside for this latest restart. Just about 47 laps remaining here tonight in the Gunslingers 167 in memory of Kenneth Edwards. These truck drivers have put on one heck of a show, and we get set to fire things off once again on board with Alexander Encarnacio as he brings the field back to green flag on the gas. Green flag flies. Once again here from Texas No Limit Speedway. Encarnacio off to a good start. Massetti just behind him. Here comes Randy Cornwall. Michael Sheffield just behind them. Ryan Ezel now up inside the top 5. Brandon Regal knocking on the door of a top 5. There you see him trying to make his way by the 59 of Stephen Baldwin Jr. Baldwin Jr. on the verge of cracking into the top 5 for the first time here tonight. And after that latest incident, that has put Steve Crapell out of the race. Oh no, he's actually back on the track, just back a few laps, 2 laps down here tonight. Zach Sandlin also 4 laps down after that latest incident. Drivers still battling. There you see Chris Claude trying to catch and run down the 23 of Chad Biesinger. Biesinger involved in that latest incident as well. Luckily not bearing the brunt of that one, as Biesinger tries to catch up to the 9 of Jeff Carson back at the front of the field. Alexander Encarnacio turning the fastest lap of the race. 29-27 that last time by for your race leader. Craig Burns with a big issue off of turn number 2. He's going to lose a ton of ground as Carson, Biesinger, and now Claude look to take that spot away, and Burns drops from just outside of the top 5 all the way back outside of your top 10. Back up to one of the closer battles on the track. There you can see Randy Cornwell just in front of Michael Sheffield. Brandon Regal battling for the 3rd, 4th, 5th position on track. The 5 dealing with the 18 of Crapell on his rear bumper. Crapell sitting 2 laps down in the 15th position. 14 cars still on the lead lap. Last car on the lead lap, the 12 of Jerry Hutchinson, about 20 seconds behind your race leader, and he is going to be in danger of being caught here in the next 5 to 6 laps if he can't find a little bit more pace out of that truck. Your top 2 drivers have stepped away from the field once again, almost a repeat of stage number 1. Alexander Encarnacio has Trevor Massetti in tow, and they have stepped away from the field. As your race leaders make their way off of turn number 4, we continue green flag racing. Only 4 cautions so far here tonight from Texas No Limit Speedway. 2 of them 4 stage ends. Stage number 1 came to an end at the completion of lap number 40. Man at the front of the field, Alexander Encarnacio, took away the win in stage number 1, and he wasn't done with it. He went ahead and took the win in stage number 2 as well to put that in his back pocket with the pole award, looking for the clean sweep on the weekend. After leading the most laps here tonight, nobody going to be able to take that away from him as well. So just one more thing to do, and that's to get to victory lane. Can the 94 have the complete clean sweep? We've got less than 40 laps to go here tonight in the WallBangers Racing Truck Series, live from Texas Motor Speedway. And the Gunslingers 167 in memory of Kenneth Edwards. These drivers have put on one heck of a show. Big battle back for the 3rd spot. Regal all over Cornwell's bumper that last time by through 1 and 2. Back down the backstretch into turn number 3. Regal gives a little bit of breathing room to that 22, but he was all over him moments ago. As there you see that 12 of Jerry Hutchinson going down 1 lap now, just in front of the field. A long way in front of the field. Only about 13 seconds back from your race leader. The 7 of Jordan Westfall now is the last car on the lead lap. 13 cars left on the lead lap out of the 18 cars that took to the starting grid tonight. We've still got 16 drivers out there turning laps. Few of them back behind the 8 ball. Jerry Hutchinson going down 1 lap. Steve Capel in the 18. Crispy M&M's Toyota Tundra being scored 2 laps down. Zach Sandlin's 4 laps down. Austin Encarnacio multiple laps down here tonight. And after early trouble, the 14 of Bob Williams finds himself upwards of 100 laps down, scored in the 18th and final position. Battle brewing back at the front between the 3 and the 94. We've seen them go at it lap after lap all night long. Those two drivers have been pretty much glued to each other no matter where they've been in the field, in making his case as a first-time race winner. Randy Cornwell, he has been strong all night long in that 22 truck, and he is right there on the rear bumper of the 3 of Massetti. And if Massetti or Encarnacio, either one, make a mistake, Cornwell's going to be right there to capitalize, and I guarantee you he's going to do so and try to stretch the gap and walk away from the field. As we work our way off of turn number 4 back towards the stripe, we'll begin lap 135 out of the 167 scheduled in the official race distance. Back into turn number 1, Encarnacio's now got to deal with Cornwell as Cornwell makes his move to the inside. He gets around Massetti, put Cornwell up to the second spot. After losing the spot to Cornwell, Massetti now under fire from Brandon Regal. Regal looked to take the spot away heading into 1. Didn't have enough for the position. And that's going to let the 3 of Massetti slot back in front of him and get back to the bottom and open up a little bit of a gap there. Pretty interesting. Massetti was right under fire, and just like that, stepped away from Regal, now trying to go to the bottom and getting squeezed down there by Encarnacio. Encarnacio not giving a lot of room down there to that 22 of Cornwell, and you kind of have to pinch the driver beneath you down there just a little bit. Now right across the nose of Cornwell goes Encarnacio. And I wonder how long the nerves and the patience are going to last for the driver inside that 22 truck. Cornwell now looks to the inside once again as Encarnacio comes down the track. Now back up, giving a little bit more room. Ooh, that was close for Encarnacio, slotting in behind Cornwell as Cornwell takes over the lead of the race. Back to the front once again for the 22. Finally able to make the pass on Encarnacio, and will we see this happen a little bit more as these drivers continue green flag racing? Last time they were on pit road, lap 118, so drivers almost 20 laps on these tires. Tire wear may come into play later on through this run if we continue this green flag run here. And did Encarnacio use up the tires, keeping the field behind him, or is he letting the field kind of go by, saving a little bit of tires here? Not quite sure what the strategy is or what the word is. Haven't really heard anything bad through the race chatter on the tire wear, so maybe these tires holding up a little bit better on these WallBanger Racing Truck Series machines than normal. Maybe the tire compound a little bit better for these drivers here tonight under the lights at Texas No Limit Speedway. Another small battle on track going on between Craig Burns and Garrett Davis, back for the 11th and 12th position. Craig Burns able to take that spot away from Davis. A little further in front of them, Chad Biesinger closing the gap on Jeff Carson. That's a battle for 7th and 8th position on track, trying to stay up here with the battle at the front of the field as it involves your top 5 drivers, all for position right now. Cornwell, Encarnacio, Regal, Massetti, Sheffield, all over each other, all 6.2 seconds in front of the driver running in the 6th spot. Ryan Ezell has 6.3 seconds to go to try to catch up to these drivers, and they are mixing it up with 25 laps to go in tonight's race here from Texas No Limit Speedway. In memory of Kenneth Edwards, the Gunslingers 167, the WallBangers Racing Truck Series. Encarnacio able to make the pass and made it look easy through 3 and 4. He jumps out to a big lead for 5 truck advantage heading into turn number 1 for Encarnacio. So shot out of a cannon there, utilizing some of the draft and just absolutely stepping away from the field now. Halfway down the backstretch, trying to break the draft, looking to the inside, trying to snake and see if he can get anybody to follow him. Cornwell keeping it straight and true, but he's got Regal all over his rear deck lid now. Regal looking to the inside in that Lost Speedways Peacock Chevy Silverado, not able to take that spot away. He's going to keep himself just behind him now, way up the track on the exit of 2. That's going to open the door for Sheffield. Losing the spot to Sheffield after being right there contesting that second position. Now back to the 4th spot. He's going to deal with the 3 of Massetti all over him. Now Massetti looks and drops to the inside. He's going to take that spot away. So from battling for 2nd now to just holding on in 5th. 36 of Brandon Regal falls through the field now, eyeballing that 2nd spot, trying to take it away from Cornwell's. Cornwell on the apron, big time trouble off of 4. Contact, 2 trucks spin through the grass. Cornwell goes through the grass, takes Michael Sheffield with him. Caution flag flies with just 21 laps remaining. There you seen it happening on screen right before your eyes. Randy Cornwell with some contact, and around those drivers go and through the grass. There you see Sheffield just behind him. Synchronized spinning here from Texas. Whew. And well, race fans, sometimes it's good to hit the reset button, and sometimes it's like, I don't know. These drivers had a whale of a show going on at the front of the field. 5 trucks involved for the battle for the race lead. Now we will have ourselves a short track Saturday night shootout style to the end of tonight's Gunslingers 167. Has anybody saved tires? Will anybody come down pit road? Do they have enough time for those 4 fresh tires to work? Not sure, but I'm sure we'll find out here in the next few moments as Alexander Encarnacio brings the field to a crawl back behind the pace car. Pit road is open. Nobody coming from the front. Oh my. Looks like everybody gonna elect to stay out. Randy Cornwell, Craig Burns, Jordan Westfall, Garrett Davis, last few drivers on the lead lap. They're coming down pit road. We'll keep an eye to see if they get tires. With that being said, race fans, we're going to step away for a brief commercial break, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. As promised and as always, back trackside for the run to the end. 17 laps remaining in tonight's Gunslingers 167. Can Alexander Encarnacio continue his dominating ways after taking tonight's pole position, winning stage number 1, winning stage number 2, and already clinching the most laps led here tonight? Can that 94 keep it at the front of the field for the remainder of the race? 16 laps to go when we go back. Green flag racing. Trevor Massetti in the 3 gonna line up just beside Encarnacio. Brandon Regal, Jeff Carson in row number 2. Biesinger and Izell in row number 3. Row 4, Claude and Baldwin Jr. Cornwell and Burns in row number 5. Garrett Davis and Jordan Westfall in row 6. Rounding out the cars on the lead lap, Michael Sheffield and Jerry Hutchinson gonna line up in row number 7. Chevy Silverado pace truck getting ready to duck off. We'll get set to go back. Green flag racing once again, race fans. There you see it. Down and away on the gas. Green flag in the air as Alexander Encarnacio catches the field sleeping and walks away with a 3/10 advantage. Back into turn number 1, Massetti hot on the trail. Regal losing a little bit of ground. Carson gonna slide in the 4th spot as Biesinger fresh on the bumper. There you see drivers fanning out down the back stretch. Looking to the inside of Carson is Biesinger. He's going to take that fourth spot away and set his sights in on Regal. Battle at the front still going on. The 59 of Baldwin and Ryan Ezell. Oh my goodness, that was close. Not sure how there wasn't contact made between the 5 of Ryan Ezell and Stephen Baldwin Jr. Jr. now falling through the field a little bit. May have had a little bit of contact with the outside wall. Yeah, you can see the right side a little bit scraped up. There you see the 7 of Jordan Westfall making up some position, making up some ground just behind the 5 of Ryan Ezell. And I'm telling you what, it is a free-for-all out there tonight. Only 2 spots that are kind of clear and calm, if you can call it calm. The top 2 spots between Alexander Encarnacio and Trevor Massetti. Both of these drivers running right where they have been pretty much the entire night. Alexander Encarnacio leading the race with the 3 of Massetti just behind him. A battle for the 3rd and 4th spot between Brandon Regal and the 2 of Craig Burns. Burns now drops to the inside and shoots out of a cannon. Makes up a ton of ground and leaves behind the 36 like he just dropped it into a different gear. Oh my goodness. Big run down the back stretch. Burns going to take the 2nd spot away and now looking to take 1st. Encarnacio looked to block the run to the outside. He forces Burns up the track just a little bit. Now here comes Davis. Where did Davis come from? Shooting out of a cannon. Garrett Davis comes around to the front of the field. Power move on the outside by Craig Burns, that time through 1 and 2. He's going to take the top spot away. Garrett Davis looks to the inside. He's going to take that spot away, and I think we're seeing those fresh tires come into play. Craig Burns, Garrett Davis both onto pit road on lap 148. Everybody else in the field coming down on lap 118, so a 30-lap difference on the tires between Encarnacio and Massetti to Burns and Davis, and that is why they made it look so easy, shooting out of a cannon with those 30-lap fresher tires. Front of the field, race in hand for Craig Burns, just looking to bring it home off of turn number 4, gonna cross the stripe. 10 laps remaining here tonight in the Gunslingers 167. It looks like strategy may have won the race for Burns, possibly for Davis, and it may have come back to bite Alexander Encarnacio as well as Trevor Massetti, in the butt. A driver running in the 5th position right there, closing the distance on Encarnacio and Trevor Massetti. The 7 of Jordan Westfall. Westfall also one of the drivers on the pit road on lap 148, so he's got some fresher tires as well. And just look at the ground he gains through the center of these corners. There is no way Massetti and Encarnacio are going to keep him behind him. Now, and caution flag flies. Jeff Carson in the 9 machine looks like he may have been involved there. You see some smoke. We'll take a look back here, see what happened with Carson. There you see a little bit of a bump from the 36, and around Carson goes. Hard impact with that inside concrete barrier, and that's going to put Jeff Carson onto pit road. And now, what do you do if you're Encarnacio or if you're Trevor Massetti? Do you come to pit road and get the tires if you have them? Do you have enough time? We see it only took about 2 laps for Craig Burns and Garrett Davis to just shoot out of a cannon and make their way to the front of the field. Will anybody risk it that hasn't already made their final pit stop? Encarnacio, Massetti, will possibly Biesinger, Regal, Ezell, will any of them come to pit road? And looks like they're all going to stay out. And indeed, all these truck drivers do stay out on track. So that is going to... I wonder if maybe some of these truck drivers, they just don't have that extra set of tires to go down and get the tires. Maybe they all took the tires at the end of the stages, and then right there in that green flag stop halfway through this final stage, maybe most of the drivers already put their tires on. Fortunately for Burns and Davis, though, they were able to save a set of tires throughout the race somewhere, somehow. And now look at them sitting pretty at the front of the field in the first and second spot. They're going to have to keep Alexander Encarnacio, Jordan Westfall, and Trevor Massetti behind them. But I don't think they're going to have any trouble keeping Encarnacio behind with the advantage going to them on the tires. And, man, I tell you, that is, yeah, that is, it's a tough spot if you're Encarnacio or Massetti, because the drivers around them, they've got the fresher tires. I mean, you want to battle Jordan Westfall, but how much do you want to battle? You know he's got you on the tire game, 30-lap fresher tires. How hard do you want to find them and possibly ruin your race, possibly take it from a third or a fourth back to a 10th or further? So decisions. And I tell you what, decisions for some of these drivers here. When will Craig Burns go? He will enjoy being able to control this restart. Will he wait until late in the box, or will he jump on it as early as possible? Try to keep some of these drivers catch them sleeping a little bit, not expecting them to go so early. We have seen Encarnacio in that 94 make some quick jumps. So will maybe the two of Burns try to play a little bit of head games with the field and maybe take them a little further in the restart box than they have been all night, possibly get a little bit of a push out of that 94 on this restart. We can expect to see that 94 drive it hard on this restart, because that's his only chance at winning this race, at getting his machine back up into that top spot after being, well, pretty much the dominant truck out here tonight. The 94 of Alexander Encarnacio finds himself restarting in the third spot. He'll have the 7 of Jordan Westfall just beside him, and just behind him, the 3 of Trevor Massetti. And once again, I said it earlier, I'll say it again, those two, they've just been glued to each other all night. There you see them still nose to tail as we get set for what could be our final restart of the night. Craig Burns and his Ford F-150 will control the race, will control the restart when we get back to the line. Chevy Silverado Pace Truck lights are out. The 69 of Garrett Davis with a good, well, not even a good run, a great run so far here tonight. Looks like he is the biggest mover of the moment, up 15 positions from where he started tonight's race. Now sitting in the second spot, will start just outside of your race leader, Craig Burns, and it is going to be a short shootout here to find out who's going to walk away with the trophy from Texas No Limits Motor Speedway here in the WallBangers Racing Truck Series. Gunslingers 167, 4 laps remaining when we go back. Green flag racing, Pace Truck down and away to the box. On the gas, green flag flies as Burns catches Davis sleeping. Encarnacio, he's going to slot back into the second spot. Now just up in front of Davis, going to try to keep him behind him. Looks like the rest of the field well in clear through 1 and 2. Burns enjoys a 2/10 of a second race lead, but here comes Encarnacio. Here comes Davis. Jordan Westfall just behind Garrett Davis. Both of those drivers with the fresh tires. Encarnacio looking to the inside of Burns. Contact. Burns goes up the track. Encarnacio looking to the inside, looking to utilize the preferred line. Burns stuck on the high side, but he's got the fresh tires. Look at the run through the center of the corner. They split Encarnacio. Davis to the bottom, Burns to the top. Splitting Encarnacio through 1 and 2. Craig Burns went to the top and Garrett Davis to the bottom. Back to 1 and 2. Davis sets his sights now on the rear of Burns. 2 laps remaining for the 2 of Craig Burns. He's going to keep that 69 behind him. Here comes Jordan Westfall. The 94 going to move right on out of the way. Now up into the 3rd spot goes the 7 of Westfall. Halfway down the backstretch. Back into turn 3. All over the rear deck lid of the 2 of Burns is Garrett Davis. Here comes a run from Jordan Westfall. 1 lap to go. White flag flies here at Texas Motor Speedway. Your top 2 all over each other. Here comes Westfall to join the party. It's going to be a 3-truck shootout to the end. Burns trying to keep these drivers behind him. Here comes Davis with a run. Westfall with a run down into turn 3. Both of the trucks behind him. Burns looking in the mirrors. Not a run coming. He's going to make his way to the line. Crossing the line, race win for the 2 of Craig Burns. What a run to the end of tonight's Gunslingers 167. Your top 3 podium finishes. Finishers Craig Burns, Garrett Davis, and Jordan Westfall. What a show at the end, and what a win. First time winner on the season, the 2 of Craig Burns. Drivers showing a little bit of love, showing some congratulations. Job well done from the 2 truck. Craig Burns needed to get a good jump. He did and was able to keep the field behind him to walk away with the race win here tonight. Big shout out. Job well done to the entire crew on the 2. Man, oh man, what a job well done. He's going to enjoy a little bit of celebrating down there, burning the tires down. And with that being said, we'll step away for just a brief commercial break, get things set up for our post-race interview. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. backtrack side after an exciting, action-packed race here for the WallBangers Racing Truck Series. The Gunslingers 167 did not disappoint, and let's see if we can't catch in a word or two with the driver that finished in the third and final podium spot here tonight. Driver of that 7 machine, Jordan Westfall. It's Dave in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got a copy.
Hey, man. How you doing? How you feeling?
Good. Feel good. Get a top 3 today.
Top 3, talk us through some of the strategy. You had a late pit stop there. Did you take tires on that late stop?
I did. Not the very last caution, the second to last caution. Truck just wasn't handling very good, and I pretty much stayed back and knew my only chance to get at least a top 5 was to take tires late, so.
Well, the gamble and the strategy paid off, that's for sure. Able to make your way up inside the top 3 in the closing stages of the race. Much faster than the drivers around you. Unfortunately, not able to get up there and catch the 2 in front of you. But just walk us through a little bit of the race for you. It seemed like a pretty calm night for a lot of drivers out there.
Yeah, there wasn't many cautions, and everyone was kind of giving each other some room, and it's really only that one bottom lane you could really run. I think a lot of guys just stayed in file and passed when you could get the chance.
Well, my man, once again, congratulations on a great podium finish here tonight, walking away in the 3rd spot. Before we let you go, would you like to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody on the truck?
Yeah, I'd like to shout out to Craig and Steve for putting the truck together all week and giving us a good truck to get out a good finish for WallBanger Racing.
All right, my man. Well, enjoy the podium, and we'll try to catch up with you next week.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
All right, there you have it. Some few final words from the driver finishing in the 3rd spot here tonight. That was Jordan Westfall. Now we'll see if we can catch in a few words with the driver that walked away in the 2nd position here tonight. Driver of the 69 machine, Garrett Davis. Dave in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Hey, my man. Barney again this week, huh?
Yeah, well, I actually had it changed over to a Sesame Street one, but I guess I did it after I joined the session, so we'll see Sesame Street next week.
I look forward to the paint schemes, man, and I was like, again, it's okay though. It's all right.
I'll change it up next week, I promise.
Heck of a job out there tonight. Walk us through the strategy. I know you top 3 drivers, you all seem to have had the same strategy, saving a set of tires for a late race caution. Fortunately, it paid off for you guys, and you got that late race caution. How tough was it to try to keep an extra set of tires there for that long?
It was extremely tough. That stint that I ran with out taking tires, I started the stint with like 80, 88 on the rights, and it was so loose off. As soon as we went green, the entire run, it was loose, and it was just hanging on and going for a ride and dirt tracking it a little bit. But I think when I came in and finally got tires, they were down in the 50s, so they were gone. But I was able to get that caution and drove back up through the pack nice and easy.
Well, if you don't mind, give us a little bit of your thoughts heading into next week's race. Tracks completely different from each other, completely different racing styles. What's your thoughts looking into next week?
I on what is next week?
I believe it's Dover.
Dover? Yeah, Dover's not a fun track. It's one of my worst on the sim.
He said, yeah, not fun.
Yeah, not fun for me. It'll be a nice backmarker night for me, so.
I'm sure that's not going to be the case, man. And once again, Garrett, congratulations on a great finish here today in 2nd place. But before we let you go, would you like to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody on the car?
Yeah, first off, my girlfriend, and then Pottles Wraps for doing all the wraps on the car or truck, and then all the guys over at Evolution, as well as the admins of the league. They all do a great job.
All right, my man. Well, once again, it was a pleasure talking to you, and we look forward to possibly having a miracle and catching up with you at the end of next week. What do you say?
Yeah, hopefully. We'll see what happens.
All right, my man. We'll catch up with you later.
Yes, sir.
There you have it. Few final words from the driver of the 69 machine, Garrett Davis, walking away in the second spot tonight. But the man at the front, the man of the hour, walking away with the race win. The 2 of Craig Burns. It's Dave in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you, Dave.
Hey, man, got it done, huh?
Yeah, a little gamble paid off tonight.
Yeah, gambling paying off here. If it was a lottery night, I might ask you for a few numbers, man. Heck of a job there. Heck of a gamble. Strategy paying off. Catching the caution when you needed it. How much faster were those tires? Because it looked like there was years of difference between them.
I don't know the exact number, but I'm thinking 2.5, 3 seconds. Shout out to all the guys, though. Really clean race out there tonight. I didn't think we were going to get that caution, Dave. I swear to God, I didn't think we were going to get it. But it paid off in the end.
That it did. And a very long green flag runs. Only, I believe, actually 3 cautions, actual cautions, by the time it was all said and done. 2 caution flags for stage ends. So not really an eventful night, but still some great racing. Walk us through some of the great battles that we had, or that you had on track tonight, because there was action all race long, not just there at the end with the tire strategy.
Yeah, I don't think we had the card to beat by any means tonight, but side by side, close racing. It's white knuckle racing the whole time around here. It's what makes it great. What makes iRacing great. Great group of guys too. They all race with their hearts, and just happy to pull out a win here.
Well, man, first win on the season for you, I do believe. So you got to be pretty happy about that as well, clinching a playoff spot. So how are you looking forward towards the rest of the regular season?
Cool, calm, and collected, I guess you'd say. We're gonna go in there, try to race. Every time you get in the cockpit, though, you expect you try to win. So I don't think that'll take anything away from it. But I hope just this momentum will take us in the next week at Dover and go on so forth from there.
And actually, I'm gonna go ahead and correct myself. This is actually your second race win of the season. So yeah, knocking on the door of Encarnacio's territory. Let's see if you can't beat him to 3. What do you say?
Yeah, he's strong week in, week out. So to be up there with him means a lot. To race against him means a lot too. And yeah, well, I guess we'll see what happens.
All right, Craig. Well, once again, congratulations with a great run. Thank you for taking some time talking to us here tonight in the post-race interviews. Before we let you go and celebrate this race win, would you like to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody on the side of the truck?
Yeah, shout out to everyone in this league, man. They race incredible week in, week out. Shout out to you for broadcasting. I know you do a great job up there in the booth. Shout out to Steve. I know he works long hours during the week to put together the setup. And special shout out to Michael Sheffield. He's the one that works with me on the setups and talks me through what's going through his brain, and we get to bounce things off each other's minds. And he does a really good job with all that. And yeah, everyone at WallBangers, and that's about it. Oh, shout out to my dad. I know he's out there watching.
All right, my man. Well, again, congratulations, and we'll look forward to seeing if you can carry it on into next week. And yeah, man, enjoy this one.
Hey, appreciate it, Dave. Have a good night.
There you have it. Final parting words from the driver walking away with the race win. Race strategy, tire strategy, paying off for the driver of the 2 machine, walking away with the race win. My goodness. What a race it was for us, ladies and gentlemen. All night long, just great racing action all over the place, and it looks like producers pressing the buttons in the background, so you know what that means. You know what time it is. Time to run down your unofficial race results for tonight's Gunslingers 167 in memory of Kenneth Edwards, walking away with the race win number 2 on the season, the 2 of Craig Burns. Finishing in second, the 69 of Garrett Davis. Jordan Westfall gonna slot home in third. Fourth place goes to Alexander Encarnacio. Fifth, the Trevor Massetti. Chad Biesinger gonna bring his 23 home in the 6th spot. 22 of Randy Cornwell, after leading laps, gonna fall back to the 7th spot. Stephen Baldwin Jr. bringing his 59 home in 8th. 9th place goes to Ryan Azell. In 10th, Brandon Regal. The 1 of Michael Sheffield gonna walk away in 11th. 12th goes to the 11 of Chris Claude. Steve Crapel gonna walk away in 13th. 14th, Jeff Carson. Zach Sandlin gonna round out your top 15. 16th spot goes to Jerry Hutchinson, and Austin Encarnacio gonna finish in 17th. Final driver in the standings here tonight, the 14 of Bob Williams with early trouble, gonna finish in the 18th spot. And just like that, my friends, it's all said and done. As we watch the two continue to celebrate, want to say thank you to each and every one of you for tuning in here tonight. Whether you're the fan, friend, or family, we do appreciate each and every time you stop by here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. And if you haven't already, throw these drivers a thumbs up, click subscribe, smash the bell over there on the right-hand side, get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, because without you, there would be no us. And with that being said, we thank you for each and every time you stop by. So stay safe, stay loved, my friends. Until next time, we'll see you in Turn 3.